Syrian talks. Fighting for Ron Arad. Transforming poor neighborhoods. Today is the 13th of Sivan, 5768, June 16th, 2008. I'm Ron Deutsch, and you are watching Arutz Sheva, Israel National News.
I Love Torah, Sofer Stam by Reb Moshe. Finest quality tefillin, mezuzot, Sifrei Torah and Megillah, using Kabbalistic Kavanas and daily mikveh immersion. Don't settle for less. Visit I Love Torah Sofer Stam today.
Israeli negotiators have arrived in the city of Ankara to begin negotiations with Syria, mediated by Turkey, over a possible deal between Israel and the Ba'athist dictatorship. On Sunday, Israeli negotiators Shalom Turjaman and Yoram Turbovich arrived in Ankara to resume talks with Syria through Turkish mediators. The Prime Minister's office declined to confirm or deny that negotiations are taking place. The last round of indirect talks took place in May at an Istanbul hotel, with Turkish mediators traveling from the Syrian and Israeli rooms as the Syrians refused to meet directly with the Israeli delegation. Among the subjects on the table is the possibility Prime Minister Ehud Olmert and Syrian President Bashar Assad will meet during a conference on the Middle East to be held in France July 13th. Another probable subject is the future of the liberated Golan Heights. Syria has been claiming the Israeli government vowed to surrender the Golan, while threatening to use other means, if necessary, to take the Golan from the Jewish state. The area was formally annexed to Israel in 1981. While Israel has demanded that Syria cut off or at least reduce ties to various terror groups, including Hezbollah, the Ba'athist dictatorship has so far refused to acquiesce. The last round of direct talks between Israel and Syria broke down when Ehud Barak, the then Prime Minister, refused to surrender the entire Golan, though he was willing to order an Israeli retreat from most of the liberated region. There is widespread speculation that Prime Minister Ehud Olmert may be attempting a maneuver similar to one successfully pulled off by then Prime Minister Ariel Sharon, who destroyed the communities of Gush Katif to avoid prosecution for various financial irregularities. In response to the negotiations, MK Avigdor Lieberman, chairman of the Yisrael Beitenu party, who left the coalition several months ago, stated the government is holding make-believe negotiations with Syria. Rumors abound that Israel has reached a deal with the Hezbollah terror group to free Ehud Goldwasser and Eldad Regev in exchange for 5 Lebanese terrorists, including Samir Kuntar, a murderer serving multiple life sentences. We spoke with Elad Shragai, chairman of the Organization for Freedom for Ron Arad. Shalom to Elad Shragai.
Hi everybody.
Now, what is your reaction to the recent rumors regarding a deal with Hezbollah?
Okay, unfortunately, people don't remember 4 years ago when the government did the deal and released 2 senior prisoners. I'm talking about the Iranian, I'm talking about Ubad, which were the most important chips towards the return of Ron Arad. The government promised that this is going to be the first stage of the deal, and in the second stage of the deal, in return of getting information about Ron Arad, we will release the terrorist Kuntar. Unfortunately, this second stage never came out. The Hezbollah didn't promise or keep the promises about the second stage. None of the information about Ron never arrived to Israel. And here we find ourselves in a new position, that a new bargain, a new deal coming out, and the terrorist Kuntar going to be released in return of getting back to Israeli WPO. And this is something which wrong according to my life philosophy. When government promised something. The government need to keep its promises, and unfortunately, it doesn't happen just right now.
You think there should be a difference between a situation where Eldad Regev and Ehud Goldwasser were alive and a situation where they are, chas v'shalom, dead?
Once you got an alive soldiers, it's a totally different bargain when unfortunately you're getting back home bodies of soldiers. But I'm not talking about this bargain. I'm talking about this bargain in connection with Ron Arad. This bargain need to be done, but in new terms and with a new with other cards, not with the same card that was belonged to Ron.
Elad, you are also the chairman of the Movement for Quality in Government, and you are talking to us from your annual conference in Jerusalem. What is this conference all about, and in general, how would you define the status of government in Israel in 2008?
Yeah, on my other time, the chairman of the Movement to Quality Government in Israel, we are running now a conference, the Jerusalem Conference for Government, Quality Government in Israel. And actually, what we are trying to do is to fight corruption, is to fight doing and in the administration. And we do believe that once you do talk about these issues and these notions, and this is what we actually do in this conference, the public awareness come to deal with these issues. And once you deal with these issues, in the end of the day, you can find the solutions to such a notion as corruption.
Elad Shragai, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much indeed.
An event was held by the Jewish Agency in Jerusalem to partner with the city of LA to have the Ba Kehila organization work to transform poor neighborhoods in the Jewish capital.
So the program in the community, Ba Kehila, is a program which transforms some of the poor neighborhoods in Jerusalem through working in the schools and in the afternoon programs with about 3,500 students right now, and we want to get in 14 schools, and we want to get it up to 40 schools in a matter of a few years.
A great opportunity for us to connect the content of Los Angeles, the intellectual capital, with the high-tech industry here in Israel. We had an opportunity as well to meet with some of the young people from Youth Futures, an organization that Arel is absolutely committed to creating that support base for young people to get tutored, the enrichment programs necessary to be successful. A real example of what we can do when we're investing in our kids.
And that wraps up today's newscast. Join us again tomorrow for another edition. Until then, shalom from all of us here at Arutz Sheva, Israel National News.